Hi everyone, welcome back to CrossTalk podcast. I'm Tomoya.
Hi, I'm Andrea.
Recently, things are a little heavy as we talk about the wildfires that has been tearing through Southern California.
Yes, that's right.
And it's been all over the news.
Yes, this has been making international headlines for a couple of weeks now. I think California often gets fires, but this is a really, really big group of fires. So we're going to talk about this today, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So can you tell us the situation right now?
Well, just according to online news, 27 people have died. That's been confirmed. But that's not the final count. This is still going on. And so that number will probably still go up a little more. Mm-hmm. There are some people lost. They can't find some people, but I don't know how many people that is. And then 12,000 structures, meaning houses and buildings, have been burned down. Plus, a lot of the forest area in the nearby mountains has also been burned. Mm-hmm. And tens of thousands, we don't know exactly how many, but tens of thousands of people are still in evacuation. So they're being told by the local governments that you need to leave your house and go to a safer place or an evacuation center.
Okay.
So it's actually really huge. Thousands and thousands of people are being affected by this.
Yes, and I saw some of the rich people's house also burnt down.
Yes, so some like famous people who have houses in this area. This is, in Los Angeles, in the city of Los Angeles. A lot of kind of famous people have lost their homes or might lose their homes like before this is over. Mm-hmm. For example, Osaka Naomi, her house is okay, but it's right at the edge of the fire. And so if the fire spreads, her house could very potentially burn down.
Oh, no.
So she's not there now. She's somewhere else. And she apparently sent someone who works for her. She sent them to the house to get her very important paperwork and documents. Yeah.
Okay, so this fire is still going on.
Yes, and it's expected to go on for another couple of weeks at least.
Oh, no.
So it's already been going for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
It's huge fire.
I thought this would end very soon.
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest fires in American history. So I think we all want it to end soon. But, there was kind of drawing a parallel. There was another very huge fire in Australia a few years ago, and that one also burned for a few weeks at least.
Mm-hmm. A few weeks?
Yeah, it burned a long time.
Wow.
It destroyed a lot of people's homes also.
It sounds like something out of a disaster film.
Yeah, it kind of does. And if you look at the images online, like for example, if you go on Google and you look up Los Angeles fire, and then you hit the image button at the top, you can see photos and photos of the area, and it really does look like some kind of disaster movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So could you tell us why this started?
I've been reading articles on this. I think it was natural causes, which, California gets a lot of fires, as does Australia, but this season especially is very dry because it's the winter season. And I think because it's the winter season, California also has a lot of really, really strong winds. It's the Santa Ana winds, which are this year, they're stronger than usual. And so that's been blowing the fire and causing it to spread.
Yes. I saw the footage that shows the strong wind spreading fires.
It's very scary. I've never seen anything like this, to be honest.
Does this happen in your hometown?
Not so much. My hometown doesn't get this dry. We do have forests and, lots of plant life around. And it does get dry in the winter, but it also snows in the winter. So it doesn't get dry and stay... Like California, it's winter, but it's still warm. And it's very dry. and it's windy.
Oh.
So it's like a dangerous combination. My hometown, it's wet in the winter. We get lots of snow, lots of ice. The air is dry, like there's not humidity, but there's not like fires like this.
Okay.
Not natural fires.
I heard this news from the internet.
Okay.
There's water shortage.
Yes. So as we mentioned, California is always dry. It's literally a desert. You know, parts of it are big parts of it are desert. And I think they did have a water shortage. They didn't stock up enough water. Mm-hmm. So, like, not only naturally is there no water because it doesn't rain there. Mm-hmm. It's a dry place, and then the city had not stocked up enough water.
Yes.
So that was a problem with the government, and also like just naturally it's dry.
Yes. And I also saw this news. Mayor Karen Bass?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's Bass or Bass. I don't know.
So Mayor Karen has been traveled to other countries at the time this fire started.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, politicians travel. That's not unusual.
But it's a bad timing.
It's bad timing, but there's no way she could have known something like this was going to start. So
Yes.
I don't blame her personally.
Oh, okay. But she had been catching a lot of heat.
Yeah, a lot of heat or a lot of flack.
Also, there's controversy over budget cuts to the LA Fire Department.
Ooh, okay, that's a big problem. That's a big problem because, as we keep mentioning, California is very dry. They get a lot of fires.
Yes.
They have a lot of earthquakes. And so when you have earthquakes, as Japanese people all know, there's also the fear that a fire will start. So you need to have a good fire department in this kind of situation. Where it's a
Yes.
very dry environment.
Yes. So people are saying bad thing about Mayor Karen.
Okay, because she cut the budget.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's regrettable. That's regrettable because I think, like, normally they're able to contain the fires fairly quickly. This one has been burning for a long time. And I think because there are so few firefighters, the ones that are working are getting very tired.
Yes. So are there any good news about this situation?
Well, I just checked the news a few minutes ago, and I think there were 3 main fires with a couple of other small ones. The 2 biggest fires are still burning, but one of the smaller ones was controlled.
Okay.
So by control, they don't mean put out. I think they mean it's just not spreading, but it might still be burning, but just in a controlled area.
Oh, okay.
One of them is controlled, and then they're hoping to control the others because the wind is supposed to kind of not be so strong this week. Yeah.
So this news make me think about safety here at home
Okay, that's good.
because I'm always the last one to leave the house. And I'm always worried about whether I turned off the heater or the stove.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Because once I turned the heater on and then I left the house and I came back home and the room was still warm because I forget turn it off.
Oops.
Oops. So I was, oh my gosh. I was lucky. You know.
Yeah.
There was nothing around this heater.
What kind of heater was it? Was it using like kerosene or
Yes,
gas or something?
it's a kerosene heater.
Okay, that was lucky.
Yeah, that was lucky. I was
Very lucky.
thank God I didn't burn down my house.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
There have been more fires recently because it's winter. Even in Japan, you know, a lot of people use kerosene heaters inside
Yes.
the house.
Yes.
And sometimes if they knock it over or their blanket gets too close, then, you know, a fire can happen.
Right.
I've had a lot of fire trucks recently outside. So it is scary.
Yes. So in our office /
Studio.
we don't use kerosene heater.
No, thank goodness. Thank you.
Yes. It's because of it's, dangerous.
Yeah.
And also it always heavy to carry these kerosene tanks.
Yeah. And I noticed They always spill inside my car. And then my car smells like kerosene for a couple of weeks. I don't like kerosene heaters.
Yes. So we use gas heater instead.
Yeah, it works very well.
It does.
Yeah. At our house, we just have the air conditioner that turns to heat.
But would
that's
you,
all we use.
but would you prefer a kerosene heater or gas heater?
Probably gas heater if I had to choose. Kerosene smells really bad. I don't like the way it smells.
But it's warmer,
Is it?
I think.
Well, I mean, the gas heater we use here works really well. I think it's easier to maintenance our gas heater here. I don't like dealing with kerosene, so I'm happy to never do kerosene if possible.
Okay.
So if anyone is interested in checking out the status of these fires in the Los Angeles area, actually what you can do is you can go into Google Maps and zoom in on the LA area. Like look up Los Angeles and it will zoom up to that area. And then there's a marker. There are some markers on that page showing where the fires are. And the status will be there as well. So you can easily check the news a little bit without having to read through like lots of English newspapers. You can just check on Google Maps.
That's a nice function.
Yeah, it is good.
So I saw this, not Google Map, but the map where fires happening.
Really?
It looks like LA city surrounded by these fires.
It is very scary. It's actually quite dangerous.
So, I talked about my anxiety
Yeah.
about leaving the heater on.
Yeah, I don't do that. And if I do, I'm just using electricity, so it's safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recently, there's a thing called smart house.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell our readers about this, our listeners about this?
It's a system you can control electric device from your smartphone.
That's a great idea.
So wherever you are, you can turn off, for example, a house light,
Okay.
or you can unlock the door key.
That's really convenient too.
Yes.
Actually, I would like to have a smart house.
I thought you didn't care about it.
Well, I don't, but now that I have my dog and my cat, and it's winter, it gets dark really early, but I have to work until late. And so, for example, sometimes they get cold or the room gets dark. So I would love to be able to turn on the lights or, turn on the heater for my pets
Yes.
before I can get home. And actually, I replaced my room's, like the main light fixture a few years ago. And I had an option to choose smart light or regular light. But the smart light was much more expensive. Of course.
Yes.
So I chose the regular one. And now I wish, I should have chosen the smart light. That would have been useful. At the time, I couldn't see how I would use that. But now I can see, you can turn on the heater and the room will be warm when you walk in. Or
Yes.
the room will be light when you walk in. Yeah, it's comfort and also it can be a safety issue, right? You can,
Yes.
like you said, you can check to see that you've turned off the heater or the stove after you leave the house.
Right.
And you can control it from
Yes.
outdoors. So
For those people who doesn't have a smart lights or, smart air conditioner,
right.
you can buy a small device
Ooh,
to make it smart home device.
that's interesting.
I forgot the product name, but it's just a tiny little plug or something.
Probably like a USB plug or something, or even smaller.
I kind of forget, but it's
Okay.
a physical device, switch on and off physically.
Well, that's really interesting. So you have to put it where the switch is or something.
Yeah, like it's if you turn it on,
Okay.
you can this device like
Moves the button over
yes,
or whatever.
Yes.
Interesting.
Have you seen this?
No, I never heard of it or seen it. That's interesting.
Yes, there's this device.
Okay,
on
I would maybe buy something like that actually if I thought it would work. That'd be
Yes.
fine.
No matter what device you have, you can make it smart.
I might need to go shopping, try to find this magical plug.
I think it's on Amazon.
Okay, you can show me where later. Thank you. That's good. That's good information, though. That's a
Yes.
really good idea.
I want to talk a little bit about our real experience.
Okay.
Have you seen a fire?
Have I seen a fire? Yes, I think I have. but I wasn't really close. I was, far away. I've seen a couple of fires, actually. I'm just trying to think, like, in Japan I have. In America, I don't remember. I don't think I have in America. But in Japan I did, yeah.
Okay. But it's not like near your house or...
No, one of them was near my son's school when they were little. Not like right next to the school. We knew it was a little bit far away. But we were worried at the time because like all the children walk home from school. And they had to walk through a part of the really, really smoky area. So I thought, I was worried about them inhaling smoke at the time. So I went to pick them up on that day. And then I kind of saw what the fire was. It was not a house. It was someone's... In Japanese, you'd say like kura. It wasn't an old kura, but it was some kind of like a storage building thing on someone's property that was burning completely.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen one here in Okayama City, like a big high-rise.
Oh,
not,
yeah.
Not a high-rise, but a fairly large apartment building. And one of the upper... rooms, one of the upper houses was burning.
Oh, that is scary.
Yeah, it was very scary. So how about you? Have you ever seen a real fire?
Oh, yes. I see fires every once in a while. And it's always around this season.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Is it because it's dry here too?
Yes. No?
No, I'm just thinking like with houses and stuff... Yeah, it's probably from heaters.
Heaters,
right?
okay.
Like kerosene heaters.
Okay.
Very, very, sometimes, but not often, it'll be like from cigarettes or some other reason.
Okay.
Usually from heaters or cooking, like cooking something.
Okay. I saw many people trying to watch these fires.
Yeah.
We call these people yaji-uma.
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 Yaji-uma. I've never heard that before. What does yaji mean?
Yaji, I don't know, yaji.
Uma is horse?
Horse.
So some kind of horse. Yaji-uma. Oh, I wonder if the listeners know. What does yaji-uma mean? Please tell me.
Yeah. Yaji-uma.
That's a good question for our listeners because I think someone will know.
What do you say this in English?
We would probably say rubbernecker.
Rubberneckers.
And that's like your neck is, you're going so far to look what's going on. Like your neck is like rubber.
That's funny expression.
It is a funny expression. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, rubbernecker. So yaji-uma and rubberneckers, 2 new words.
Yes. Okay, we talked about devastating fires in California.
Yes, and we've talked about our experience of having seen fires before, but how about our listeners? Have any of you guys ever seen a real fire in person, like a house fire or a wildfire? Have you ever seen one in person? And if you have, please share your experiences with us in the comments.
Okay, that's all for this episode. But don't forget to catch our next one.
Okay, this is CrossTalk signing off, bringing you English your way every week.
Keep listening and keep shining.
Bye and stay safe.